Good evening. Oh, I should not do that with a red cup. I should at
We
least
on
try
the
to
red
play it
cup
off a little bit.
already.
I should at least try to play it off a little bit.
You don't have to play it off. It's fine.
Oh, you're right. Listen.
Good evening.
Good evening, Tasha. How are you?
I'm well, thank you. I'm glad to be in the place tonight.
Amen. And it is birthday eve for a very wonderful and amazing accountability partner to me and friend
Thank
to
you.
me.
Thank you.
So excited. I'm looking forward to all the wonderful plans you have planned.
Yes.
Yes.
I'll let you know about them after they happen.
Yes. Yes. Okay. So tonight's topic, can you handle the truth for real?
Now you got to say for real, like you would say it.
Okay, how about
Like,
didn't I just say it? Like
for real.
or I'm like, I literally just said it.
Now you would say it.
Yeah, But can you handle the truth for real? And this is a very interesting topic. Now, let me get, what's your take? What's your position?
I mean, for me, I think it's according to the situation, right?
Okay.
Sometimes I like to have my head in the sand. Lie to me. But most times, yes, I can handle the truth because I dish the truth. And it's what I want, right? Does my butt look big in these jeans? My butt ain't never really gonna look big, but
Listen.
that type of question, right?
So how do you determine what subjects you want to know the truth about and what you don't want to? Like how does one determine what you want to put your head in the sand about and what you don't want to put your head in the sand about?
That's a good question.
Yes.
I think for me, if I don't ask, I don't want to know.
Well, there it is.
Yeah. But then in certain situations, when I do ask, give it all to me, right? So here's an example. We do peer evaluations at work.
Okay.
I really look for the one question that says, what one thing could Tasha do to, improve and make a better impact on her work, right? That's where I like scroll down to the bottom because I want to know what's the one thing that other people see. We talk about blind spots.
Yes.
That I can't see that would, make my work more impactful.
Yeah.
I don't really get a lot of like really good feedback, but if anyone chooses me for their reviewer.
Listen, you don't get because they probably scared of you. So
it's anonymous feedback.
Okay, they were like, no, Tasha gonna find out it's me and she gonna come back. And I don't want that. I don't want that drama in my life.
Yo,
can I just say I want to say hello to our viewers watching. Hold on, I want to say hello to our viewers watching us, and I want you all to join in the conversations. Let us know, can you handle the truth for real? So like Tasha has just said, she can handle it on some topics she can't. If she just doesn't want to know. She's with her head in the ground. What about you? Are there some topics that you keep your head in the ground about and you want to know the truth? And so, I'm sorry, continue. So it's anonymous, and so the feedback, and that's when you look for that sort of critical feedback.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah.
Sometimes I get it, right? Not anything that I don't know, but obviously the reminders are always good. But yeah, I got like about 14 requests this year.
Oh.
That's a lot.
That's a lot. Yeah, that is a lot.
When you only have to choose like, 4 people, I think.
Yeah. I want the truth, but I can only hear the truth from certain people. Right? I got to have a certain level of relationship with you, and I have to have a certain level of trust and a certain level of respect. All those things, relationship, trust, and respect, have to all 3 be in play, or I really don't want to.
And so how does it sound from someone who you don't have relationship, respect, and trust with,
It
even if it is
sounds,
the truth.
I mean, and listen, and if Danae is watching, Danae would be a perfect example of this. I remember Danae and I were talking about something, and I was telling her something. Someone said something to me that was critical.
Yeah.
And she said, Sharon, if I had said the very same thing, and not that she was agreeing with that person, she said, you would not have the same offense. I said, you're right. And it's the relationship. So the relationship could be like the history of our relationship, right? Do I feel like you've been competitive with me? Do I feel like you are uplifting? Do I feel like you're supportive? Have I felt like you have my best interest in mind? Right. And if I haven't consistently felt that way, or do I feel like I want to model something going on in your life? Right. You're a model. I always want to surround myself with the best. And so if you don't have, like, I have a difficult time with people who lack confidence, at least becoming a part of my inner circle.
Yeah.
I don't, because I don't necessarily relate. I don't get it. And so I have a hard time. I would have a hard time them telling me a lot. So either having low self-confidence or low self-esteem, unhealthy image of themselves. Well, you can't tell me nothing.
I do think that people surround themselves with oftentimes people that may not tell them the full truth. Right?
Say that one more time.
They surround themselves with people that may not tell them the full truth, right? The full truth. Is there such thing as the half truth?
I don't know. I feel like my friend group.
I didn't say you.
Oh, well, I mean, you're saying people. I'm trying to reflect.
A lot of people. Hi, Miss Nan.
Hi, Miss Nan. So you see that you think that there are people who don't surround. I mean, again, that's according to, like, listen. Clearly, if you're friends with you, people know you don't want to know the full truth. So did you surround yourself with people who didn't want to tell you the full truth, or you just don't want to know the full truth?
Who, me?
Yes.
No, I mean, I've had people that were like, they aren't my friends anymore. And it's probably because I told the truth. Now, I will say that over the years, I have worked on my tact.
Well,
because sometimes the truth can hurt. And I've learned from my accountability partner, the communications master, on how to do it better, right? How to do it well. I will say I'm getting better.
Yeah, I think you can be constructive and not destructive.
Yes.
Absolutely. All right. So Gail says, hi, Gail. Some people only want people who agree with them. Yeah. That's right.
And so that's what I mean about surrounding themselves with people who may not tell them the truth.
Yeah. That's just a dangerous, for me, I want to know so I can be made better.
Yeah.
I want to know, like, to your point, you gave an example of about work. There was a 360 done for me at work. And initially I thought it was going to be 4 people. Turned out being 12. Listen, my heart almost was like, oh, wait a minute. Hold on. 12. Wait. Let me get my mind right. I mean, so before I could open up the booklet to get the feedback, wonderfully, it was all very, very positive feedback. So I was like, yeah, you can't tell me nothing, right? Because I had, from peers all around, I got very, very high marks.
Yeah.
But, and listen, I was nervous with that truth. I was going to have to take it. I was going to have to sit in a dark room if it wasn't good. But I was better for it, and it kind of let me know that I was going on the right track. But go ahead.
I think that if people gave feedback more often, honest feedback more often, it would not be so jarring when people do receive the areas for improvement type of feedback. You know what I mean? Gail says, even if you do not have the trust relationship, you should hear what a person says and evaluate it.
I can't say that. I don't want to hear if I don't respect you, I don't want to hear what you have to say because I don't care. I simply just don't care. So I mean, there's all kinds of levels of relationship. Like I was talking to my neighbor who was upset because a neighbor who's moving had said something that, wasn't maybe favorable. Not so jarring if you do self-reflection. I mean, that's true. But so I had this neighbor. I was like, this woman is moving in like 2 weeks. Why do you care what she thinks? She's leaving. Well, she said something in the neighborhood about me. So what? I care less about those things. If I don't respect you, I don't care about you. And that sounds really bad. Hold on. Let me walk that back just a little bit. But I want to say, like, if I'm not in a relationship with you, like, how can I care about what everyone has an opinion. I can't care about everyone's opinion. I think that's just a burden to hear what everyone's opinion is of me, and they don't know me.
Yeah, and that's you. Everyone is not there.
Yeah.
Yeah, everyone's not at that level, and some people do take a very strong offense to the things that people say to them and about them.
Yeah, I get it. And yeah, again, only the closest people that I have really respectful relationships can they impact me.
I'll tell you what, it hurts more coming from those closer to me. You know? So
But
I'm like you, like I don't really care what, my neighbor says or, random people at work cuz, hey listen, this is not what really matters to me. Like I enjoy my job, but
yeah.
those people that are close to me, yeah, their words can be more hurtful,
Yeah. But again, and this is just my perspective, if they're friends to you and they respect you and you respect them, my experience is those people are taking the time to say it in a way that I can receive it. They're not saying things that are hurtful. You know what I mean? Like if they love you and they care for you. Now, granted, the person in your life who doesn't know how to say things well, so you brace yourself. But I mean, I just really think that people who love and care for you, again, maybe I'm delusional. They take the time to say things with grace. It hurts more because you feel they see you less than what you thought. Well, is that it?
I'm not sure. I mean, I think it hurts more because I care what they think, right? And so, if you think that, I don't know, I can't even think of an example, but like, oh, you're so what's the word? Rigid.
Yes.
Right? I'm like, I may be, structured and organized, but rigid. I mean, that hurts a little bit, right?
Wait a minute. So you can get to I'm structured, I'm organized, I like a plan. I like when things go my way.
I also like surprise parties. I'm also interested in showing up at the airport with a suitcase and buying the next ticket. I'm also into spontaneity, right?
Right. But I'm just saying, but you can say all those things and both can be true.
Yeah.
But it's the stepping over to the word rigid.
Yes.
That sends you.
Yes. I mean, it means you don't know the other side of me. Right?
But can both be true? You are very structured and like to have fun.
Is rigid the truth about me? Is that the word that you would use to describe me?
Oh no, I wouldn't.
Okay, thank you. So my point is taken. My point is made. Thank you. At my retirement age, I really do not care. So freedom comes with aging. Hallelujah. And so I'll be more free tomorrow.
Yes, it is Tasha's birthday tomorrow. I am drinking in honor in this little red cup. You see, it's a little
teeny tiny red cup.
It's a little tiny red.
So listen, how does one get better about being able to handle the truth, right? Or being able to handle the feedback that someone gives them to, you know, make them a better person.
I think to Gail's point, first you have to look at who's telling you the information. Like first, who is the person, right? So unfortunately, we're in this social media age where there's a lot of comments on people and people got a lot to say. Who is this person that's commenting, right? And then, okay, do they matter? I mean, that's the first thing. Does the person who's saying it, do they matter? Secondly, for me, what's their intention in telling me?
Yeah.
Right? Is it to make me feel better, to make me be better, or to be negative and destructive? What's their goal?
Yeah.
Then I think for me, the third thing, is it true? Is it true? Is what they said, does what they say have merit?
Yeah.
If it does, then that's really something for you to look at.
Yeah, I think that's the first thing for me. Is it true? And Gail's point is, true self-assessment. So I'm raising, two men in my house right now. I don't say I'm raising boys because they're boys now. I'm raising men, right?
Yeah.
One came to me and said, so, the other one called him a something head. I don't know, a stupid head, a biscuit head, who knows, something head, how
Yeah.
kids do, right? And so I was like, well, are you a biscuit head? Like, let's do some assessment right now. Like, and he's like, no. And I'm like, okay, so what does it matter that he said that? Right. And then we have to go into, words do hurt sometimes because those who are close to you hurt you. Right. And so I get it. And so I just gave him a little prayer to say, and then we can get over it. And he's like, well, it's not that easy. That's what he said to me. And I was like, you're right. It's not that easy, but you get better with practice.
Oh, very good. Good.
So come back to me next time because I'll tell you who you really are, right? Then we'll get into, as we get older, we look at, who does God say I am, right?
Yeah.
I'm more than a conqueror. You know what I'm saying? So, we get into those things. I can't get into conqueror really with him right at this moment.
No, now's not the time.
No, you're not a biscuit head, right? So you know the truth about who you actually are. And then I did give some, like you're strong, you're smart, all that stuff. Yeah. So
yeah,
I think self-assessment is a good a good point. And I think it takes a certain self-confidence, right? And so you kind of get back to knowing yourself, being confident about who you are, and then it doesn't matter as much.
All right, so let's take it to as accountability partners. How do you tell me something that you think maybe that maybe I don't know? How do you tell me the truth?
You just have such a perfect life. I never have
right.
Those concerns and those worries. I think for us, it's always asking questions, right? Instead of making statements, because it's so much more impactful when I can get to it myself.
Yeah.
Or when you can get to it yourself,
Yeah.
But what does that really mean for you, right?
Mm-hmm.
How does that make you feel? Or how do you think that makes the other person feel? Or, how is this impacting, what you said you wanted to do or where you said you wanted to be, right? Asking those questions and then you get to it for yourself. And same thing for me, right? Like, look, I have so much stuff going on in my life, right? And it's never those, I never feel like from you. You know what I mean? Like, oh, girl, right? Although you should sometimes, probably.
On occasion, I may have a poker face, but it is important for me to show up to you as the place and the safe place where you can have those conversations for sure.
Yeah, I appreciate you. Do you assess what a person is telling you or how it is in their life? That's a good one, right? Can I hear it from Sharon, who's, not married and doesn't have kids and, doesn't, can't fully empathize with the things that I'm going on in my life. Can I hear it from her?
I would say, so you bring up a very good point. Well, answer the question.
I would say sometimes, right? But there are times where I feel like I appreciate her input, but I really, really, really want to hear from somebody who's either been there, right? And I know they're on the other side, or someone who can fully empathize with my current situation.
So it's interesting. I had a conversation with a friend about that just this very week. And here's what he said to me. Because I said, well, I don't want to comment, you're married, da da da. He's like, Sharon, you have life experience. He said, so, okay, what? We're going to give you a 10% discount because you're not married? But have you not known love? Have you not been loved? Do you not know good treatment? Do you not know what support looks like? Right? Do you not know these things for yourself? I mean, you're not 10. I am 25. But he said, so do you not have self-worth? Do you not know what self-worth looks like? You do. So, okay, maybe somebody can give you a 10% discount, but that's about it. And I was
like, 10% is heavy, right? You do not know the weight of a vow that you made with God in a marriage, and what walking away from that, may look like. You don't know that. You don't know that feeling. Yeah, so you get a 10% discount.
This is what I'm saying. I mean, but can I just say 90% is still pretty damn good. I don't know what you heard.
If a smoker tells you it's bad to keep smoking, can you discount his counsel?
I
mean, and listen, that's the doctors we go to every day. The fat doctors that we walk into the office, and I know they liver is screaming, right?
And listen, and I would say back to your last point, because someone is married doesn't mean that they're healthily married, doesn't mean that they're mentally or emotionally healthy, doesn't mean they experience good relationships, right? It really does come down to the person. So when it comes to, I'm just bringing to the point of the married person, we're talking about in the general and the overall, can you handle the truth? And of course, who is it coming from? You got to look at that whole person, right? Like, just because they're in the situation that might be similar to yours, but what about that whole person? Listen,
sure.
you and I know a person who got married for all the wrong reasons. All the wrong reasons. You ain't taking not near bit of advice from that woman. Not a one. And just because she made a vow certainly didn't make her more credible.
Very true. But she has had to deal with making that decision.
Again.
Yeah.
I give her 10% on that.
I mean, I agree. You have to take the parts that are relevant for you. Right. Like people who have kids and people who don't have kids. We all been kids. We been raised. We got parents. We know how they did it. You know what I mean? So like I felt like I could give advice when I didn't have kids because I've been one, right? Gangsta E is my mama.
Yes, honey. Yes, Gangsta E. We don't see her tonight. I mean, now, and I will say this, and again, absolutely right. I don't have kids, but I had a friend who she was an only child and she grew up with both parents in the house, right? And so she was raising a daughter and she was dating someone and she didn't. And I'm like, I've been that daughter. Just for the record, you actually don't know her position. You don't know how she feels. I actually, having been that person, been that child, I know exactly what it feels like. Yep. So, okay, you want to say, well, because I didn't have a child come through the birth canal, I don't know. But really, not true. I actually know a little bit more than you in this one. But okay, you got that.
Can you handle the truth?
Can you handle the truth?
I mean, so I think it comes down to, it's based on the situation. It's based on the person. And that person's experiences, right?
You should have stopped your mom. I don't understand that.
Maybe from dating or getting married to someone at the time. Who knows?
Got it.
Hilarious.
Yeah, hilarious. So, I mean, I think, oh man, it's 24 minutes. We got into this one tonight. So listen, bottom line, at least for me, and I want us to think about our accountability partners, and in doing so is like, make sure you have an accountability, because that accountability partner is going to have to come up and tell you the truth. I think you made an excellent point. It's about understanding how to talk to the other person.
Yep.
Right? Listen, y'all all heard my accountability partner says she likes keeping her head in the sand about some stuff. So
I try not to. But listen, the truth of me is I know.
Yeah. Absolutely.
I might be with my head down in the sand with my arm up, like, please help me. Please help me. Please help me. I'm putting my head down. I'm telling you, I'm putting my head down. I don't want to. Please help me. Help me.
So know who you are when it comes to an accountability partner. Know who your partner is, and get someone who will, like, someone who you respect, someone who can talk to you with respect, someone who you can trust. Because listen, when you come to telling someone the truth, that's something they have to take to heart, right? And so let it be someone who isn't going to crush your spirit.
Yeah.
Let it be someone who's going to uplift you, empower you, and give you the critical feedback, but critical feedback with love.
Yeah. And know thyself, right?
Know thyself.
Yeah. Self-assessment is real out here in the streets. For real.
So I want to thank everyone for joining us tonight. It has been a very fruitful conversation. Listen, you can catch us on social, on Facebook, AQ Partners, Instagram, AQ_partners, and our website, theaqpartners.com. And please make sure you check out our class. Change the game. We're here to be accountability partners to you. We want to uplift you, support you, help you reach your goals. You can go to bit.ly/AQ class.
All right, now have a good night.
Good night, Tasha.